Greetings, esteemed guests! It is I, Wolfman2000, aka Danstad, here to call what should be an amazing run of Super Adventure Island 2. This is going to be an any percent race between Le Hulk and Ppotdot1. They are your number 1 and number 2 record holders for this category. As of about an hour ago, Le Hulk has 45 minutes, 33 seconds. Ppotdot has 46 minutes, 12 seconds. So you may be wondering, oh, is there an echo issue? I can try to fix this, hopefully. Alright, hopefully it is a little better now. So with that in mind, it is time to take off. So the goal of this game, we are Master Higgins. We had recently finished our first adventure on the islands, but let's just say a recent getaway trip has kinda left us in a brand new world and with a brand new headache. We don't know who we are anymore, and thus we've forgotten about our, I forget if it's wife or girlfriend or something else. But it is time to reclaim our memories, reclaim our items, and hopefully reclaim our partner. Our runners have navigated to the lovely Ppotdot Island, where let's just say the wildlife is not exactly the greatest here. I mean, we already have Venus flytraps trying to cause some problems here, and we are already heading to our first switch. We have just turned on... I'm trying to get the name quickly here. It is the light switch. And from there, we have access to our silver sword. And thus, we have our primary means of attacking. And so, up we go. Take out the rock, not a problem. And we have more treasure available. Unfortunately, I had missed what that was because... I admit, our runners like to play on the Japanese version of the game. Typically, that allows for faster text speed and perhaps some exclusive glitches that I haven't figured out yet. So in the meantime, we're going to attempt a sequence break, damage boost, and beautiful. And thus we have access to another chest, but no, we're passing it up. We want to go straight to the boss. Now, those of you that have played Kirby games may find this familiar. Except I don't remember Wispy Woods having such a creepy smile. Or such, flexible branches for hands here. But either way, the boss is taken out, and we have our Lightstone. And so with our Lightstone in hand, we get to open our way to the next area. So how do we do that? Well, we have to turn the Lightstone in and activate the gate. The gate is activated, and our runners are making their way. But there's still a bit more to do. I forgot to mention that this game has a bit of a random encounter system, kinda similar to, you know, your traditional RPGs, and thus Ppotdot is able to take on the Lizard Man first. But La Hulk is catching up as quickly as possible, and thus they are actually in sync right now. Oop, and just as I say that, another random encounter. But now another gate has been opened. My apologies, everyone. I was not trying to curse our runners here. And so we have to make our way to yet another cave. We haven't hit our main island yet, which actually isn't going to be an island. Instead, we are going to head all the way to the top, and all these encounters are just causing La Hulk and Ppotdot problems, but once you get in an encounter, just get to the other end of the screen, and you should be good. And thus we get to talk to this cool dude. Make sure to get some money on hand, and then you can possibly gain some extra abilities. At least I believe that's how this one worked. I admit, I did watch a run or two beforehand, but because it's in Japanese, I'm having to guess on some of what's going on. So, chat, please correct me on any inaccuracies I make on this commentary. Alright, so talking to the old man allowed us to shove stones out of our way. And thus, I believe we have just gained an ice spell. Now, I don't remember what this ice spell does, but perhaps we can now explore Hiya Glacier and get something a little bit more useful. Ah, of course, the ice spell lets us get in. Makes sense. We just have to deal with this, guardian thing. And then we may enter. Up there is what we want, and La Hulk is setting up a beautiful damage boost to get the Fire Sword. And Ppotdot follows suit. And thank you, Jiggly Saint. That is how we breaketh downeth the dooreth, as you say. So right now, with our Fire Sword, we are able to navigate Hiya Glacier. Right now, our runners are going back and forth through some hallways. But that is because they have to complete this loop a few times in order to gain access to the boss. But first... folks, this is something I never would have expected. Master Higgins is clothed. This is the fire armor. And with that, we have just activated the fire switch. We push a block down, and we complete this loop again. Right now, the enemies aren't causing too many problems. And now, additional treasure. That went by very fast. But I believe that was where the fire shield is located. No, that's not the fire shield. That looked like an additional heart. Chat, again, I'm gonna need your help on this. It was more health, thank you. And, uh-oh, La Hulk, did you just cause some damage there? Suddenly, we are in the underground. We are approaching our upcoming boss here. We just have to get through this cavern. All these penguins want to cause problems. But... Zordon, I know that you wanted to make your Zords based off mythical creatures, but I don't think this mammoth was the best idea for the Mastodon Zord. Anyway, we have to awaken this creature from the ice, avoid the charges, avoid the, nose blowing, and there we go. Boss defeated. Starstone acquired. And now we have received additional guidance for where to go. We just have to deal with some more of these encounters. 'Cause, you know how this game works. It is never a smooth raft ride from Master Higgins. But with this, Ppotdot is the first to open the Stargate. And with this, we have access to the... No, that's not the cave I thought it was. That looks like the fire shield. And that was the chest on the Hulk side that I was thinking we would encounter. That looks like the magic wand. And yes, Master Higgins is suddenly able to learn how to cast magic. We kinda need some magical capacity in order for this to really work, though. And so it is time to openeth the gate, I believe. Because it is time to enter the Boa Boa volcano. We have flying dinosaurs, we have lava. We are probably going to cause an unintentional extinction, but Master Higgins does not care. We have just gained additional magic. And now we have to keep on going through this unexpected ruins place. Why does a volcano have a ruins area? Who knows? We just go with it here. And suddenly we are going through the volcano and landing on a turtle. This is definitely an interesting place. A volcano with dinosaurs springs out of nowhere. You kinda have to wonder how the ancients in this place managed to navigate. And now, something a little bit cooler, that is the ice sword. Oh, wait a second. Ah, yes, I forgot. This place, all these islands can actually connect to each other, and I had missed that. So yes, you can actually warp between the different islands and thus gain additional stuff like maybe some more hearts just by finding the ways to warp around. And, actually, I think we do have route divergence, maybe. No, okay, in this case, alright, La Hulk is about 20 seconds ahead here. As Ppotdot has recently gained that ice sword. Have to keep on hitting these switches. Gotta make sure that that lava is released in a controlled manner. Either that, or we just want to anger the boss of this area. Perhaps it's both. These skulls certainly don't want to make this area inviting, but Master Higgins does not care. More switches to hit, more treasure to ignore. Again, our runners know what they are doing. And of course, lava doesn't really cause much of a problem, even with that fire armor equipped. Just make sure that you have enough health to tank it through. And you're good. And with that, how many of you here have played Mega Man 7? This is sort of the original version of it before Dr. Wily chose to make a Guardian based off of it. We have a turtle boss that spits out multiple turtles, but Mama Turtle, let's just say, likes to, go a little bit ham and move in a not-so-slow manner in order to cause some problems. And look at the Gamera, as I believe Chad is calling the boss here. Trying to ensure that the children get to play, but at the same time, that is causing problems because, well, Master Higgins just wants to take everyone out, which means some of the children will not survive. Please press F for all of the fallen turtles in this game. Now, Gamera is a patient turtle. Wants to ensure that there are very few times when they are vulnerable. And the Hulk becomes the Gamera killer first. Enjoy your water stone. That is 3 Guardians taken down. There are still a few more to go. And also another gate to open. And right now, there is an encounter for the Hulk. as Ppotdot is now lowering the gate. And, ooh, the Hulk encountering a second batch of enemies, but no issues so far, as we head to the back. And now have to take out a tiger or something? Either way, this big cat likes to hop around a lot, but unfortunately hops down for the last. And thus we get some sort of leaf, it looked like. Ah, but more importantly, we get a shovel. So how are we going to dig our way to the next area? Oh, the Hulk taking a death, but this may be intentional. From what I've seen on some of the previous runs, sometimes intentional deaths let us start right there at the center of the castle. And so, I believe the Hulk is now heading over to Puka Beach. And with that, let us deal with this undersea tornado or maelstrom or whatever we call this. And make our way in. So welcome to Puka Beach. With the shovel, we are able to dig our way through this soft sand. But then we have to deal with the other gimmick of this place. This is a very disconnected area, where each of these whirlpools can take us to a different part of the world. For those that are new to this game, it may be handy to have a map, or perhaps draw your own. For those that have enjoyed Zelda 2 for the NES, yes, calling this place the sunny, tropical version of Death Mountain may be appropriate. Alright, I see a treasure chest that the Hulk is going to ignore for now. I believe that contains some additional magic, but instead we go up here and get what looks like aqua armor. And now up we go. Oh, and down we go. Have to be careful with those inputs there. Ah, hot spring on the island. That's convenient. Maybe it was a magic spring. Either way, we are good to continue. And thus, a new sword. I believe that is the electric sword. And because pausing takes a bit of time, this is a good spot for our runners to just equip everything in one fell swoop. Alright, Ppotdot on this spring section. First attempt. Nicely done. Now, how many of you folks at home are digging these tunes here? I mean, the Hulk is certainly digging through the ground right now, so it is perhaps appropriate. As we have to push another switch and cause some chaos to the island. Alright, Ppotdot is catching up. So for those that are wondering about Why this game seems different compared to the original Adventure Island? Well, again, it is a sequel to Adventure Island, but this is also a bit of a different genre. This is effectively a Metroidvania. Did the original Adventure Island have, Master Higgins wearing clothes as well? I don't remember that. Anyway, we have activated a water switch. As I see additional treasure guarded by the starfish, and Lahulk wants it. And inside... That went by a little too quickly for me to identify. But now Ppotdot is activating the water switch. More magic, thank you, chat. And now it's time for another boss. The Guardian here? Let's just call him, Taco Taco. And the reason why I say that? Well, it's a squid or an octopus. Perhaps it's also a kraken. Perhaps it's also wonderful in sushi form, at least to some folks. However, I believe we have now gained our Moonstone. At least if we're going by how these, rewards typically have gone in the past. And thus, one more gate is lowered. So there are no major obstacles at this point, if I understand the speedrun guide here. We just get to head straight to the Sala Sala Pyramid. And Ppotdot, I want to say again about 20-30 seconds behind, as Lahulk is now in the pyramid proper. Ooh, almost got his head knocked up into those spikes there, but fortunately doing alright. Alright, let us actually activate the crystal switch and get ourselves more magic. And down we go. The pyramid is a bit of a maze. Kinda have to remember where all these doors go if you want to make things easy for yourself. But these runners know where they're going. Watch out for the one-way passages, though. Let's just say they're not always the friendliest, as Ppotdot now has 4 magic containers. One of our sub-goals of this place is to push down these stones and give ourselves access to more ways through this pyramid. I haven't seen Lahulk need to use much magic, but these skull enemies are a wonderful source in case you need to use magic at a rapid pace. Down we go over to a platforming section. Except not. Apparently Master Higgins does not want to wait for platforms very similar to Mega Man in Mega Man 2. And honestly, can't blame him. Ooh, nice damage boost to hit the switch and move on quickly. Now Ppotdot going through Magic Corridor as I had just missed what LaHulk had picked up there. And suddenly we're going through these platforms again, and that's where the axe is located. Thank you. Unfortunately, we do have to ride on some of these platforms, but... Oh, I think we just had to use a health potion there. As it is now time to take out... what is this? A mummy genie or something? Let's see, it has 2 hands, a head, a random disembodied, body, let's just call him Mazal. I don't know, you see one head, 2-hand boss, you see them all. With the hands taken out, we do have to take care of the body this time. And now, the head of the mummy ghost needs to be taken out. And Ppotdot is now encountering the mummy as well. Uh-oh, LaHulk, do be careful. Can't take any more hits. There we go. And with that, I believe that gives us a flute. So at this point, we have to actually take care of a number of things before we can get to our final island. Let the map be our guide. So this is where we have to, I believe, get some of our remaining spells and eventually make our way to Fua Island, which is our final island of the game. So play the Elven Flute in this room. And we gain access to some additional areas, I believe. Oh, watch for the spikes, but it is okay. We are healthy enough. And now Ppotdot is making his way over to activate the Elven Flute as well. And now we have the moon spell proper. Ppotdot wishing he didn't have to ride on these platforms, same as everyone else. Unfortunately, to my knowledge, Master Higgins does not have a rush equivalent. We may have a feather spell, but I don't think... Oh, no! I hope that was intentional on Ppotdot's side. Okay, that looks better. And now we are back in Hia. This Elven Flute has to be cast at multiple spots in order for us to make our way through to the end. And of course, what's a nice level without penguins getting in the way? And with that, we have the Star Spell. And what I believe is an intentional death. Remember, taking a death sends you back, if you take a death in the overworld, to the center island, but when you're actually in a platforming area, you get sent to where you spawned in. And now we are back in, I believe, Boa Boa Volcano. Let's spring upwards towards victory. Oh, excuse me, that's Puka Puka Beach. Once again, show the flute. Activate the things. Ride the bubble. Wait a second, since when did this become Sonic Triple Trouble here? Whatever works, just utilize those damage boosts carefully. It is entirely possible to have a lot more heart containers than we have now. But of course, this being a speedrun, all runners like to have minimal health to get through, get the spell, and warp back. And okay, Ppotdot is actually in the volcano area first this time. There is minor route divergence allowed here, so don't worry about that. But now LaHulk is going through, and is soon going to get the, I believe it's the fire spell that Ppotdot just got. And thus, we get to see the winged dinosaurs once again. And it looks like LaHulk just got additional magic. So I haven't talked too much about the spells we can use in this game. But admittedly, that's partially because I haven't seen the spells used that much. The action is going by a little quickly. At this point, with 5 containers, we have access to the Feather Spell, a recovery spell, a tie spell, I think meant to be a time spell, a wing spell, and now we have gained access to Blizzard. Will Blizzard necessarily be useful? Maybe. Maybe not. Alright, Ppotdot, please be careful. These spikes are not exactly friendly. And hey, back at Poka Poka. Oh no, I think Ppotdot fell a little bit too quickly. Because in that cave, I believe that was where okay, it was the other way, sorry. I thought he died before getting in there, not after. Alright, LaHulk, I believe this is the way towards where we fought Wispy Woods' father, effectively. But now, whoa! We just got our final spell, and we have been whisked away. And I believe it is now time for the finale. Welcome to Fua Fua Island. This is our final area. I believe by this point in the story, Master Higgins and his partner have recovered enough memory to know that Higgins has to go rescue his partner. And we have the abilities to finally recover and get out of this crazy island chain of madness. So, as far as the pacing goes, I want to say our runners are actually making very good pace right now. As I said at the beginning of the stream, the Hulk has a personal best of 45 minutes 33 seconds, and Ppotdot 46 minutes 12 seconds. At this point, while we do have an estimate of 55 minutes, our runners are going to be just fine on that, barring exceptional bad luck with the platforming and final bosses. And there you go, that is some use of the recovery spell. Oh, and we needed it for that damage boost. Nicely done. We made it to our hot spring. Let's recover and move on. And suddenly, more tidal plant bubbles. And wait a second, what exactly are those foxes spewing at us through the tails? I mean, I have heard of some mythical creatures like this, but I thought this was supposed to be a family-friendly game here. Our apologies to our younger audience here, as let's just say these foxes don't care where they do their business. Alright, I believe we have just gotten a power sword on the Hulk's side. I must have missed where we got the crystal sword. But perhaps the power sword is all we need, as it is time to take out a bald eagle. Apparently these islands that we are in is apparently inspired based off of America, because we are taking out the symbol of liberty and justice. And, wait, what is this eagle doing with the eggs here? Just like the turtle boss, we have a boss that is sending its young out to attack. But with that, the eagle is taken out, and thus we have the Sky Bell. And we have finally reunited with our partner. We do have to... Okay, looks like we aren't quite done with this game yet, but you folks that have played Super Adventure Island 2 knew that already. So we have effectively some mysterious creature that wants to cause some additional problems here. We just have to get through all of this taunting text. It's probably saying something like, "Mwahaha! I still have your girl, and I am going to keep her forever. Maybe even sacrifice her. Come and get me if you dare." Let's just say, we're not having any of it. Let's just talk to the friendly shopkeeper, I believe. Get some more words of inspiration, and move on. Again, fast travel is a wonderful thing. taken care of the smaller door, but we're just going straight to the top. Up, up, and away! Time to take out the, occult leader, effectively. Right now, these fireballs are not causing too many issues as Ppotdot now going through. Interesting, Lehulk took an extra safety magic container, and it has worked out so far, as, suddenly the cult leader has, purposefully divided himself into a top half and a bottom half. Bottom half is down, but we still have the top half to deal with. The occult leader is down, but not out. For those that have ever heard of the cartoon show Beast Wars, pretend that this is Scorponok in a very rather alien setting, and the face replaced by a huge eyeball. We need to take out the claw weaponry first. It does take a little bit. This boss is patient, but not patient enough. One claw goes down. That crystal sword, that power sword coming in handy, and there we go. Time for the eyeball. But watch out for the tail. And with that, Alien Island Scorponok has been defeated, and Lehulk is your winner with a very unofficial time of 46 minutes, 36 seconds. Get your GGs out in chat, folks. And Ppotdot is just about... Oh, almost had to hold back a bit. There. 47 minutes, 13 seconds. A very wonderful race by our number 1 and number 2 speedrunners of this game. Now, I am curious as to, who we've rescued. What is the hair color actually supposed to be here? Because I'm seeing 2 different ones on the screen right now. Perhaps the magic of these islands now affect hair color here. Whatever works. Now, I do not know if we are going to have an interview segment with our runners. I admit I don't exactly know how this is supposed to work here. But by all means, please follow our runners, Lehulk and Ppotdot1. If you enjoyed this strange commentary, feel free to follow me. I normally commentate randomizers on this network, so this was a bit of a challenge here. Hopefully I handled things decently. Speaking of randomizers, there is going to be a Super Adventure Island 2 randomizer by Ppotdot later on this marathon. I want to say Monday morning Eastern Time. But I think you've heard enough out of me this time, so coming up next, Solar Cell 007 and Colin Boltz in Secret of Evermore. give us a bit, we'll make sure things are set up appropriately, and then we have a secret to uncover. Stay tuned, folks. Alright, folks, I saw you in chat. I heard that you wanted me a little bit more. We are a little bit ahead of schedule here, so we're going to bring our runners in for a bit of a post-race interview. Just making sure that they are set up appropriately before we bring them in.
Hello.
Welcome, Ppotdot. Good race. And welcome, La Hulk. Good race to you as well.
Oh, is Hulk here? Oh,
He
here
just popped
he is.
in.
Cool. Excellent.
So, I admit, I've only seen a few runs of this prior, but overall, execution looked solid throughout here. I just don't know how much we can handle the random encounters in the overworld there.
Yeah. I would say, the random encounters were a little bit off. From what I was reading in chat, it felt like I got a couple more encounters, and then I had really bad luck on my encounter that I wanted to get to death warp back to the center. That happened, but really, like my big mistake that I made was I just missed the jump over the whirlpool. I think even with the encounter luck I got, missing that whirlpool jump, I would have, I would have, even with better luck, I should say, missing that whirlpool jump, I don't think I would have beaten the Hulk. He just played really solidly the whole time.
Hello.
Welcome, La Hulk,
Hi.
again.
Hey, hi everybody. Well,
So-
congratulations, Ppot. Congratulations. This was a really good race. I think you got a
Yeah,
good
it
time
was-
too.
It was a pretty solid race. 40 seconds overall. That's a pretty good time overall.
Hmm.
I think we both got 3-cycle eagles.
Yeah,
That is
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
I was just missing 2 hits for the last cycle. Messed up the first cycle. Second one, I got like 16 hits.
Nice. The way I do it, I try to go for 14. I just missed my third jump on both of the first 2 cycles, so I had to get
Alright.
7 hits in on the third cycle.
Okay. All right. In my game, I got pretty lucky with encounters. I think it was a total of 9 encounters, which is really good.
That beats my luck a little bit.
Yeah, that can be much worse. And just just 5 to here. That's pretty good luck too.
Yeah, I think I had 6 to Haya, and then 1 to Boa Boa, and then like 5 or 6 to Shovel, and then it took forever for the encounter that you want to happen.
Oh yeah.
Like I was almost all the way around Sala by the time I got the encounter. I'm like, well, I guess I'm gonna die here because that sets up the encounter luck for the rest of the game. It just sucks to do it so late.
Yeah.
Yeah. Enemy encounters, I mean, I've played Zelda 2 before. I know how annoying they can be, especially if they don't happen when you want them to.
Yep.
Yeah.
But otherwise, again, it was overall very solid. I mean, sometimes damage boosts work the way you want. I know the first one with Poka Poka, it looked like it took a bit of time, but...
Yeah, the fish boost, it just, the fish can jump approximately once every 5 seconds when he feels like it. So you just kind of have to stand there and wait and just hope that he's gonna jump. Like, you can go around the whole rest of the island, but like on average it should be faster to just do the fish skip. But it's also really tricky to do because it's a frame perfect damage boost.
Yeah.
Well, Ppotdot, I know that you will be playing the Super Adventure Island 2 randomizer later. I'm just going to ask 2 preview questions on it, and then I'm going to have a question for the Hulk.
Sure, sounds good.
The preview questions. Will the randomizer be in English?
The randomizer will be in English. Yes, that's what the randomizer is built on, is the English version. It will have fast text, so some of the text will scroll by a lot faster, but it will be on English.
And are frame perfect tricks ever in the logic?
No.
I feel better now. I may be able to follow along with that one then. And LaHulk, you have kicked a lot of butt with all these games so far.
Yeah, thank you.
And I just want to make sure I get your next one loaded. I mean, Monday, you have effectively the Disney block coming up with Aladdin, Goof Troop, and Magical Quest. Is it is it Super Nintendo version or Yeah, it is Super Nintendo version.
Yeah, Super Nintendo. Super Nintendo, of course.
The Hulk Super Stars.
Yeah, I want to see someone run the Genesis version at some point. I know this is SNES Super Stars, but I still want someone to run the Genesis version. Come on.
There's people for the Genesis version. I know that Tenebrae used to run it. He still has war record. I don't know who has war record, but the Genesis version has been looked at. So yeah, there's runs for it.
Well, here's hoping you do not get too much chaos with the auto-scrolling level to get those red gems.
Yeah, that should be fine.
Alright, again, please give it up for our 2 runners here, LaHulk and Ppotdot1. And as I said, we have Secret of Evermore coming up next. Solar Cell 007 and Colin Bolts, or Colin Bolts.
Yeah, definitely want to see that. Yeah.
Indeed. So, any final words from you 2?
Just big congrats to LaHulk for being a beast.
Yeah, thank you very much. And congrats to you for being such a great competitor as well.
Thanks.
Yeah, beating your record was not an easy task, for sure. And you can get it again. I know you can get like a mid 45.
Yeah, it's definitely on the cards for me to do at some point. I got a couple other things on my plate first.
Yeah, it's even possible to aim for very, very low 45 with really good luck and 2-cycle eagle and no issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure I can get that. Maybe I'll try for it sometime. But,
I look forward to seeing
well, I guess I'll let you beat my time first.
it. All right.
Yeah. Well, it was a lot of fun. Thanks a lot for having us.
Yeah. Thank you for having us on.
And thank you for letting me attempt to commentate this. Hopefully I've at least done a half decent job once you watch it in the end.
Yeah, thanks a lot
Sure,
for
you did
that.
great.
Thanks,
Thank you,
thanks
it
a
was
lot.
All right. For now, I am going to sign off, but who knows? I may be wanted for another game later. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Otherwise, I'm gonna turn this over to the actual superstars here. Solar Cell 007, Colin Bolts, Jin Tatsu 2 on commentary for Secret of Evermore. For now, this is Wolfman 2000, aka Danstad. For everyone here, make sure all your stars are super. Have a good day, everyone.
Goodbye and good luck.